Good evening, everyone. Welcome to closing comments here for May 18th. Let's jump right into our charts and see we kicked off the new week. First on the board today, we got our new front month, August live cattle. We did see this cattle market back off a little bit here today, but nothing super concerning. Price opening up with a little higher open, briefly poking up above that bull pivot before settling back late today. Price did finish inside of Friday's range. Low volume trading day here. This market just failing to get that follow through early today, just kind of pulling back into some support from last week. We should see some good support step in here in the next day or two. If this market is able to find some good support here between 46 and 47, I'll look for this market to take another run back up here towards 49. Bulls are still building up the right side here. We are seeing some higher highs and higher lows, so we are working in the right direction, just not really getting that big burst out of here as we would hope for, but the bulls are still looking up here, still seeing some constructive action. A little bit of a pullback here early to start the week. As long as these buyers are able to support this 246 to 247 area, hold this market up here above Friday's low, we should see this thing be in good shape here throughout the rest of the week and keep on pushing up into the 250s here for this August live contract. If we do get down here below last Friday's low at about 245.5, look for this thing to check back down here into the low end of that prior week's range between 241 242. We could need to go back down here and pick up some more buyers inside these averages once again. However, this uptrend still remains intact. The bulls still have the upper hand here, and we should see this cattle market continue to climb up the right side here and push up into those all-time highs. Next up, we got our August feeders on the board. Downside here in this feeder market as well. We did get that gap open early today, but that was about all the upside we got. Immediately selling off down here and pushing back down into the high 350s. Low of the day coming in there just right around 358. This market just dipping into last week's value area. We should see some good support down here. If we need to pull back down into 356 to 358, we should see some good buyer support off of Friday's opening range. But as long as they can keep this market supported above that area, bulls have a chance to strike here and head back up into the 370s. Lines to watch out here for throughout the remainder of the week, though, is this 356 line, our bear pivot here for the week at that 200-day average, and kind of drawn a relatively blurry line here around this these equal swing lows as a spot to watch. If we do get nasty close down here below this area, look for a little bit of selling pressure to step in. However, we do expect to see more buyer support here in the days to come, and this feeder market to try and make another run back up there as well. Next up, we have our July corn futures on the board. After last week's nasty finish, we did see this market sell off throughout Thursday and Friday's action all the way back down there towards 455. Big rally here off of the Sunday night open last night, opening up there just shy of 470 before seeing some upside today. Continuing to rally here into the evening session as well, already trading 479. As we've seen here in recent months, we continue to see resistance up there between 480 to 485. We already saw that quick bounce here after last week's week close down there in the 450s. Good reaction off these range lows. Just typical range-bound action here. This market continuing to bounce back and forth between about 485 and 450. Expect that action to continue here. Looking for more resistance up in the 480 to 485 area here throughout the rest of the week. Next up, crude oil prices with a little bit of upside here today. Good back and forth action, seeing about a $8 range or so. No, $6.50 range today. Did trade up to 105 all the way back down here towards 99. This market just kind of churning here in the middle, continuing to digest. We have seen these lower highs and kind of some sloppy action down here in these range lows. This market just continuing to bounce back and forth. We are just seeing some choppy action here in the middle of this range around $100. Range-bound conditions, don't diddle in the middle. Keep your plays here at the top end or the below end of this range. We should see this thing continue to chop it up. We continue to see decent volatility here, but it is dying down compared to what we've seen here in recent months. We should see this range tighten up a little bit, but still seeing some directionless choppy action here in the near term. Next up, we did see a little bit more downside here across these indexes. Most of that downside was kept to the early part of the day. We did see a decent little rally into the close. With the S&P and the NASDAQ were the weakest of the bunch today, kind of finishing just slightly negative. The Dow did see a little bit of a positive close here, rallying back above Friday's high, bouncing off that 20-day average. A little bit stronger close there, so we did see some relative strength in this Dow index, just due to the fact that it's just kind of been stuck in this area, kind of trading a range, finding good support in those averages. S&P and the NASDAQ still well off their averages here. We would welcome more downside pulling into these averages for good buying opportunities. this uptrend still remains intact. We got a lot of strength here in this market. If we see some continued selling here below 74.05, look for this thing to try and pull down here towards that 20-day average. We should expect to see good buyer support here in the week to come. Dips will be good buying opportunities. We should be stepping in and continuing to put met capital to work here. This market remains strong and hot. Just normal pullback conditions here after some extremely overbought conditions up here towards these highs. So just needing this market to cool off a little bit, but it should offer some good support here in the days to come. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in here tonight. Catch you guys tomorrow.